Hi friends, welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we have to discuss about transpose of a matrix in C programming. In the previous video, we are already discussed about trace of a program in C language and self-referential structure in C programming. If anybody wants these two videos, please refer that videos in my YouTube channel. Now, today we have to discuss about what is transpose of a given matrix and what is the example of transpose of a given matrix and the logic and implementation of transpose of a given matrix. First of all, let us consider capital A is a 3 by 3 matrix and it is also a square matrix. It contains the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is 0th row, first row and second row. This is 0th column, first column, second column. So 3 by 3 matrix, 3 rows and 3 columns. What are the 3 rows? 0th row, first row, second row. 3 columns, 0th column, first column and second column. So this matrix A is called as a square matrix. It contains same number of rows and same number of columns. For this matrix A, the transpose of a given matrix is denoted by A power T. Okay, A power T is nothing but transpose of given matrix A can be obtained by changing the rows into columns and columns into rows. That means we are taking the first row. The first row contains 1, 2, 3 elements. These elements can become the first column. First column. Next, second row becomes the second column. Second row contains the elements 4, 5, 6. So this 4, 5, 6 becomes the second column. Next one, the third row contains the elements 7, 8, 9. The third row becomes the third column. 7, 8, 9. So this matrix is called as the transpose of given matrix A. Okay. Now we can go for the definition. Transpose of a given matrix, transpose of a given matrix can be defined as interchanging the rows and columns of a given matrix. Interchanging the rows and columns of a given matrix interchanging the rows and columns of a given matrix, then we can obtain the transpose of a given matrix. Transpose of a given matrix. So example, this one and this one. Now, what is the logic of transpose of a given matrix? Okay. For I is equal to 0 semicolon, I less than 3 semicolon, I plus plus. So for loop I is equal to 0, I less than 3 semicolon, I plus plus. Variable I represents the rows of a given matrix A. Next, for J is equal to 0, J less than 3, J plus plus. Variable J represents the columns of given matrix A. How many number of rows are there? 3 rows are there. So I equal to 0, I less than 3. Variable I varying from 0 to 2 rows. Variable J varying from 0 to 2. So I represents the rows of a given matrix, J represents the columns of a given matrix, where row size is 3 and column size is 3. Okay. Next one, A of printf percentage D slash T double quotes and while you are printing, I value can be taken as J, J value can be taken as I, because we are transposing the given matrix A by interchanging the rows into columns, columns into rows. Here actually we are writing I, so in the place of I we are writing J. Here actually we are writing J, in the place of J we are writing I. Interchanging the rows into columns, columns into rows while you are printing. So in the matrix form, to print the transpose of a given matrix in the matrix form, we have to write /n between the closing of 2 for loops. Okay, so now this is the simple logic of transpose of a given matrix. Now we have to trace that program. Okay, first I is equal to 0, 0 less than 3. I equal to 0, I less than 3. That means 0 less than 3. Condition true. The control goes to the body of the outer for loop. So in the outer for loop, again one inner for loop is there. For j equal to 0, j less than 3 means 0 less than 3. Condition true. If the condition is true, then the control goes to the body of the inner for loop. So printf percentage d slash t double quotes and a of j of I. What is j value? 0. What is I value? 0. A of 0, 0. So here, this is the output. Matrix A. This is 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2. A of 0, 0. J value 0, I value 0. A of 0, 0 value is printed. What is A of 0, 0 value? 1. 1 is printed. Okay. Next. After that, J value is incremented. Now, J value becomes 1. 1 less than 3. Condition true. If the condition is true, then the control goes to the body of the inner for loop. So printf percentage d slash t a of j value is 1 and I value is 0. A of 1, 0. A of 1, 0 element is A of 1, 0. A of 1, 0 element is 4. 4 is printed here. 4 is printed. Next, after executing the body of the inner for loop, again control goes to the inner for loop. J value is incremented. Now J value is 2. Previous it is 1, now it is 2. 2 less than 3. Condition true. the control goes to the body of the inner for loop. So printf percentage d slash t, a of j value is 2, I value is 0. A of 2 0. A of 2 0 means 7. 7 value is printed. Okay. Next. Again, control goes to the inner for loop. J value is incremented. Now J value is 3. Previous it is 2. Now it is 3. 3 less than 3. Condition false. If the condition is false, the control goes to the next statement after this inner for loop. After the inner for loop, this statement is there. So printf slash n. So printf slash n means the control goes to the next line. Control goes to the next line. Okay. After executing this statement, again control goes to the outer for loop. In the outer for loop, I plus plus. Previous I value 0, now it becomes 1. 1 less than 3. Condition true. If the condition is true, then the control goes to the body of the outer for loop. In that body of the outer for loop, inner for loop is there. For j equal to 0, j less than 3. J less than 3 means j value 0, 0 less than 3. Condition true. If the condition is true, then the control goes to the body of the inner for loop. So printf percentage d slash t double quotient a of j of I. What is j value? J value is 0, I value is 1. A of 0 1. A of 0 1 element is 2. That element is printed here. That element is printed here. So after executing the statement within the body of the inner for loop, again control goes to the inner for loop. J value is incremented. Previous it is 0, now it becomes 1. 1 less than 3. Condition true. If the condition is true, then the control goes to the body of the inner for loop. So printf percentage d slash t double quotient a of j of I. What is j value here? 1. What is I value here? 1. A of 1 1 value is printed. A of 1 1. A of 1 1 value is 5. So 5 is printed. So after executing the statement within the body of the inner for loop, again control goes to the inner for loop. J value is incremented. Now J value becomes 2. 2 less than 3. Condition true. If the condition is true, then the control goes to the body of the inner for loop and execute the statement. Printf percentage d slash t, a of j value is 2, I value is 1. A of 2 1. A of 2 1 is 8. Okay, so 8 value is printed here. Next, again control goes to the inner for loop. J value is incremented. Now J value becomes 3. 3 less than 3. False. Whenever the inner for loop condition is false, the control goes to the next statement after the inner for loop. Inner for loop starts here. Inner for loop ends here. The control goes to the next statement after the inner for loop. Printf slash n. The control goes to the next line. Next line here. So after executing the statement after the inner for loop, again control goes to the outer for loop. In the outer for loop, I value is incremented. Now I value is 2. Previous it is 1. Now it is 2. 2 less than 3. Condition true. If the condition is true, then the control goes to the body of the outer for loop. Okay, in the outer for loop body, again one for loop is there. So for j equal to 0, j less than 3 means 0 less than 3. Condition true. If the condition is true, then the control goes to the body of the inner for loop. This is outer for loop and this is inner for loop. In the body of the inner for loop, printf percentage d slash t double quotient a of j of I. What is j value? J value is 0. What is I value? I value is 2. A of 0 2. A of 0 2 element is 3. So that element is printed here. Okay, so after executing the statement within the body of the inner for loop, again J value is incremented. Now J value becomes 1. Previous it is 0, now it is 1. 1 less than 3, condition true. If the condition is true, then the control goes to the body of the inner for loop. Okay, printf percentage d slash t double percent a of j of I. What is j value? J value is 1. What is I value? I value is 2. A of 1, 2. A of 1, 2 element is printed. A of 1, 2 element is 6. So that element is printed here. After executing the statement within the body of the inner for loop, again J value is incremented. Previous it is 1, now it becomes 2. 2 less than 3. Condition true. If the condition is true, then the control goes to the body of the inner for loop and execute the statement within the body of the inner for loop. Printf percentage d slash t a of j. J value is 2, I value is 2. A of 2, 2. What is A of 2, 2? A of 2, 2 value is 9. So 9 is printed. Okay. After that, again control goes to the inner for loop. J value is incremented. Now J value becomes 3. 3 less than 3. Condition false. If the condition is false, then the control goes to the next statement after the inner for loop. So there are no control goes printf slash n, control goes to this point. Okay. After executing this statement, again control goes to the outer for loop. Outer for loop, I value is incremented. Previous it is 2. Now it becomes 3. 3 less than 3. Condition false. The control goes to the next statement after the outer for loop. Outer for loop starts here. Outer for loop ends here. The next statement after the for loop, there are no statements are there. Okay. Then this is the output of this logic. Okay. So in this way, we have to find out the transpose of a given matrix. Okay.
Now we have to see the implementation of transpose of a given matrix in C programming. First, we have to include two header files to our program, hash include stdio.h and hash include conio.h, standard input output header file and console input output header file. Next, every C program execution starts with the main function. Main function does not return anything, so that we have to write void before the main function. Void is an empty data type. First, we have to declare a matrix A of 10, 10. So here 10 is nothing but available row size, and here this 10 is nothing but available column size. So available matrix size is 10, 10. Row size is 10 and column size is 10. Next, here variable I represents the rows and variable j represents the columns, and required array size can be denoted by variable m and required column size can be denoted by small n. So all these variables are integer variables. Next one, CLR SCR function, clear screen function. So it clears the output screen. This function is available in the header file called hash include conio.h, so that we have to include this header file to our program. Next, enter the required size of matrix A. Available array size is 10, 10. So from the available array size, we have to take the required size of matrix. Okay, here required row size is m and required column size is n. These two values are read from the keyboard by using scanf function. Next, after reading the required row size and required column size from the keyboard, now we have to enter the elements into the matrix. So So for this one, the first for loop represents the row size, so that for I is equal to 0, I less than required row size m semicolon I plus plus. Next, second for loop for j equal to 0, j less than n, j plus plus, where j represents the columns and n is the required column size. So based on the required row size and the required column size, we have to enter the elements of m into n into the matrix A by using scanf function. So once we are reading the elements into the matrix, then we have to print that elements of the matrix by using two for loops and printf function. Okay. So this this statement is used for printing the elements of the matrix in matrix form. Okay. Otherwise, all the elements of the matrix are printed in a single row. So whenever we are writing the printf /n between the closing of inner for loop and outer for loop, so that the elements of matrix A can be represented in matrix form. After that, we have to find out the logic of transpose of a matrix A. We are already discussed this logic. So whenever we are printing the elements of matrix A, so row elements are interchanged to column elements and column elements are interchanged to row elements. So this is the logic of transpose of a given matrix that is already explained in previous. So after that, the program is completed. Now we have to compile the program. For compiling first we have to save the program before compiling the program. So file name is transpose.c. Now we have to compile the program. For compiling the program, we have to use the command called Alt plus F9. So we are getting 0 warnings and 0 errors. Next, we have to run the program. For running the program, we have to use the command called Control plus F9. So now we can go to the output screen. In the output screen, they can ask enter the size of matrix A. I am giving 3 by 3 matrix. Row size is 3 and column size is 3, where m value is equal to 3 and n value is equal to 3. Next, enter the elements into matrix A. How many number of elements we have to enter? So row size into column size. Row size value 3 and column size value is 3. So 3 into 3, that is 9 elements we are entering into the matrix A. That are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Once we are entering the elements, that elements are printed in matrix form. So the entered elements in matrix form are first row contains 1, 2, 3, second row contains 4, 5, 6, third row contains 7, 8, 9. Now we are interchanging the rows into columns, columns into rows for getting the transpose of matrix A. So first row contains 1, 2, 3. That becomes first column 1, 2, 3. Second row contains 4, 5, 6. That becomes second column 4, 5, 6. The third row contains 7, 8, 9. That becomes third column 7, 8, 9. So this is the transpose of a given matrix A. So thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please click on the like button and share this video to your friends and classmates. And please subscribe my channel name DIVVELA Srinivasa Rao. Thank you one and all for watching this video.